Good morning, good morning, good morning. Beautiful people. Beautiful people. My throat is a little rough this morning. Good morning, good morning. So Saturday event Atlanta went well. Shout out to Toya J. We met up on Sunday and had brunch yesterday, so it was really awesome. And I had a lot of fun with her yesterday. It's always nice to meet with clients one-on-one, like put a face to the name. Don't mind me, guys. I'm drinking iced tea this morning. I don't know why, but I had this like really huge desire for iced tea. Because I went to dinner last night with my dad, and we went to this Louisiana bistro, which was amazing. And they had this iced tea with lemonade mix. Arnold Palmer is what they call it down here. And so it was really good. And I just woke up this morning still craving iced tea. Yeah, so Saturday, September 21st, okay, I'm going to be live in New York. All right. So I hope that you guys will come out and I will be able to connect with you. I'm drinking iced tea and I'm eating nachos with jalapenos and cheese and beef. I just, don't ask me. I'm weird like that. All right. Hey. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see you in New York. That's going to be awesome. September 21st. I'm really excited. Look, New York, I'm going to tell you this, okay? Because Georgia's turnout, the numbers were really low. But I really didn't think anything of it. Hey, Ronnie Joseph. I didn't think anything of it. But New York, if your tickets don't sell a week before the event, if I don't start seeing ticket sales a week before the event, 7 days out, I'm not coming. And I'm just being real with you. Because it's the cost of the room. The cost of the room and stuff in New York is pretty high. So I can cancel 7 days before the event, which I will if I have to. Okay. So please try to purchase your tickets before, what is this, 7 days? The 14th, before the 14th of September. Because if I don't have ticket sales, I'm not coming. The ticket price that's online. Now here goes the thing. You can reserve your ticket too without paying for it on my site. Okay. So if you could do that, you could do that too. You can click, I just added a pay later option on my site. Okay. So for some of you guys, you can book appointments with me and pay. You can send the payment through Cash App. It doesn't have to be done through the site or through, I think right now I'm using it's Square through the site. So if you don't want to pay through the site, okay, you can book your appointment with me as long as the appointment is paid within 24 hours after booking the appointment. You can just hit the pay later option on my site, okay? The same thing goes with the tickets for New York. If you want to go to New York, if you want to go to New York, hold on for a second, Ronnie Joseph. If you want to go to New York, and you don't want to pay for your ticket, like you don't have the money today, you might not have it till Friday, you can go ahead and reserve your ticket, but it has got to be paid for by September 24th, or else I will cancel the event if there's not enough reservations or sales, okay? And then I'll just come to New York and go shoe shopping. All right, Ronnie Joseph, you said, sister, would you like to help some Bibles to my church members? Right now they don't have Bibles, so they're coming to church with empty hands. They are very poor and needy. Some of them are old age widows and handicapped. If we do some good to these helpless and poor, we can. God bless more. Please let me know your thoughts. All right, Ronnie Joseph, where is your church located at? Where is your church located at? What city or state is your church located in? All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. All my people are here. MB, good morning. Wycinta, good morning. Miss Net, good morning. Ronnie Joseph, I would absolutely love to donate Bibles to your church. Okay. So if you email me at Sapphire Dragon, you said I'm a pastor. You're a pastor, and I am doing the Lord's work, which is located in tribal villages and remote areas in South India. Okay. Ronnie Joseph, if you want to email me, you can email me and I will send Bibles to wherever you are. I don't have a problem doing that. Okay. I don't send money directly, but I will ship the Bibles to wherever you are. If you give me an address overseas, that's not a problem either. Good morning, Juliet. Beautiful Juliet. Oh, wow. Hold on. Shout out to everybody who had a Reiki session with LaShawn Love at Reiki with Love. I know you guys had amazing sessions. I love that woman. I adore her. She has done so many amazing things for my health and my energy. Okay. And I just want to give a shout out to all of you guys who booked sessions with her. And you guys, I hope that you guys get the same positive experience of that movement of chakras being unblocked. And, you know, if you're battling your demons, addictions, Reiki helps. It really does. It really does help. I stand by it. Awesome, Ronnie Joseph. Okay, awesome. Send me the information, and I will order Bibles and ship them out to you for your churches in India. Okay. All right. So let's jump into our reading for today because I have a couple of things I have to do. I have to meet my dad at 9:30, and then this is last day here in Atlanta, so I'm gonna like absolutely miss him. And then it's back to work as usual. I am going to be uploading a audio of my introduction for my book called Love in the Realm. It's coming along really, really great. I'm smiling because it's like a very sultry 50 Shades kind of sexy kind of book. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an intro on YouTube, and then you have to come over to my website to listen to the entire intro. You don't have to pay for it. It's free, but I don't want to put it on YouTube. I want to put it on my personal site. Okay. So I'm very excited about Love in the Realm. It's going to be an amazing book. It's had great reviews so far from Panel Review. And I don't have my editor on here, but she's going to be my editor. She doesn't know that, Tanya Lee. She's going to be my editor. So I'm excited about that because I finally gotten enough written that I can go ahead and start editing and start getting the things together to get that book out, hopefully by the end of the year. Very, 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 very excited about the book because it's my first fiction book. And the characters, Mason and Isis, it's really cool. It's really cool. You're going to like it. All right. All right, so Spirit, give me the message for August 19th. Give me the message for August 19th. Thank you guys for all the positive love and energy because I'm feeling it right now. Like everybody's feeling really good. I'm going to go ahead and boomerang that shit right back at you. Okay? Everybody's going to have an amazing day today. Everybody's going to stay positive. If anybody steps on your foot or they act like an asshole or they act like a big child, you're going to say, no, not today. I don't have time for this shit because my vibration is up here. I can't come down here with you. Okay? I'm hyped up. My birthday is in 2 weeks. I'm excited about that. I'm a Virgo, like a Virgo. Oh. So I'm excited about that because I told myself for my birthday that I was going to go to the beach. So I'm really looking forward to that. You just have no idea. I'm like really, really looking forward to going to the beach. I've been trying to. So I don't know if I'm going to be going by myself or what, but it looks. It doesn't matter to me. It's the beach. I just don't care. And I'm a road driver. I don't mind getting in the car and just putting on the music and just driving. So I'm just going to go to the beach and probably drive down to Florida. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. So your first card today. All right. In the past, we have the Unity card. All right. We have the Unity card. I'm going to turn this light a little bit more towards me so we can get it on the card. The Unity card, and this is the Archangel Sandalphon card. It says traditional viewpoints or methods, spirit organization, seek out mentors and like-minded people, okay, and friends. So what I get from this is this, this is the Hierophant card, okay? This is in the past. Some people were sticking to tradition, what they had on their perception, their viewpoints, how things should go, how relationships should be, how should we raise our kids, how should we do certain things. Everybody has their own viewpoint on how things should go and how things should look, right? But you know, my biggest thing with the Hierophant card and the Devil card, those two cards to me, I mean, they both symbolize like structure or like obsessively sticking to societal norms or ways of thinking and not being open-minded. So those two cards to me are really pivotal, very strong cards in reference to that. So when I have this unity card here, this tells me that somebody was thinking more along traditional guidelines and societal norms in the past. Okay. Now we're coming into the present energy and we have the awakening, and it's Archangel Gabriel. And it says, look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So I feel like whoever it was that was looking at things from a standpoint in the past, you may have been looking at things from a traditional standpoint. For example, if you were in a relationship, you were probably thinking, okay, I am in a relationship. I'm in a relationship with this person, so I have to marry them. Or you're thinking, because I've been dating them for 2 years, so I have to marry them, okay? Or I have a baby with them, so I've got to be in a relationship with them, or I've got to marry them. That kind of shit is like societal norms, okay? That's the kind of thinking that can hinder us, because we are not in the days of the Bible, okay? We are not in the days of like when shit was, all these rules were written, okay? And please understand, all these rules that were written on societal guidelines were written by man. Half of them weren't even written by man, by God. God just agreed to them because he's like, shit, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. So when they went to for permission for divorce, he was like, well, yeah, go ahead. I mean, you're probably going to do it anyway if I don't give you permission. So go ahead, because you've already made up your minds about these things. So this is like somebody is coming into this awakening that the mindset that they had before in reference to life, relationships, jobs, money doesn't serve them anymore. So they're going through this major awakening. That mindset of like, I need to work, like back in the day, my mom used to always say to me, oh, you need to get a job at Amtrak. You need to get a job at the airport. Those are good jobs. You need to get a job at the city. Those are good jobs. That mindset is gone now. Okay. Because the government is so unstable. A city job or federal job, some of those jobs are not guaranteed. So that whole mindset of you need to work for the government or you need to get it, Amtrak's a good company. Amtrak laid off 5,000 people last year. Okay. So all those mindsets that we've had that we felt like were serving us, that we were keeping, that we felt like were serving us, are no longer serving us. Okay. And so somebody is like recognizing that, and they're like, you know what? I'm starting to look at things from a different perspective. Now, when you look at things from a different perspective, it doesn't mean that you're going to change your perspective like instantly. Okay. It doesn't mean that you're going to change your mind overnight. If I believe, okay, my daughter should not wear crop tops till she turns 21, I might see other girls wearing crop tops and think about, okay, let me change my perspective a little bit, but it might take me a little bit longer to get to the point that I say, okay, you can wear it. I have to think about it. I have to sit down. I have to think about it. I might have to assess the promiscuity levels of the other little girls and different things like that. So this is somebody who is being awakened to a different perspective on seeing things. Now, I'm going to clarify these. And let's see. Oh, the third card we have is the Three of Earth. Okay. So this is the Three of Pentacles. This has to do with the power of creativity, recognition for very high work, to be a team player. So this is this is what I'm kind of feeling like. If this is a love reading, this is somebody who believed that if you were in a relationship or if you were in a marriage, that like you had to be in the marriage this way. The marriage has to be this way. It can't be that way. If you're in a relationship, it has to be A and B. It cannot be this way. Like these are the rules for the relationship. Like they probably have a manual for every fucking thing they do. Okay. But with this Three of Earth, somebody might be saying, okay, I don't have to be in a relationship with you to co-parent with you. I don't have to date you and marry you. Okay. We can still live together and work together or something. Like it's like breaking out of those ways of thinking. Would you say, yeah, my granny always said you need to work at the hospital. Yeah. See, your granny used to say that, but the hospitals are disgusting and they're not stable anymore. Hospitals are closing left and right. And they're giving, and I can tell you this much because I caught Mercer from the hospital. So hospitals aren't even as clean as they used to be. I wouldn't work one, much less, I don't even like to go to one. I went to one Saturday and was it Friday? No, Friday I was at the hospital because I wasn't feeling well. And I was just like, you got to be kidding me. Like, it's just not as clean as they used to be. Yeah, the hospital is the devil's playground. You damn right, because the germs up in that thing, I didn't even want to touch anything. It was horrible. Okay. But so the societal guidelines on different things have changed. We're just not, we got to evolve our views. One of my favorite sayings is by Eric Hoffer, and it says, In times of change, the learned, which are the people who think they know how everything works and they're not willing to evolve their views, are the learned will find themselves, what is it? What does it say? Hold on. I keep it on. It's actually on my Facebook, which is so funny. Because I literally, when I found this quote, I found it in a book called, what is it called? Something You're Brilliant. It's a self-help motivational book that I found a while back. It says, in times of change, learners inherit the earth, while the learned, okay, learners are the people that are open-minded. We are open to new perspective, new ways of thinking, and we're constantly evolving. You ever seen a person that they can tell you everything about, oh, well, back on that block, it used to be like that, and da-da-da-da-da. But they haven't been on that block for like 10 years. And then you take them over on that block and they're like, wow, that Joey store's not there anymore. Okay, bitch, the world is turning. Have you not come over here? Have you not seen that there's progression all around you? Because the thing about it is, if you live life with your head down, you're not going to see what's going on around you. And it's so funny because when I was a kid, my dad used to always say to me, I used to look at the ground when I walked. And my dad said to me, baby girl, you got to lift your head up. And I just kind of looked at him like, what difference does it make? And he said to me, you need to hold your head up so that you can see where you're going. You're not going to see where you're going in life or where you want to go if you don't hold your head up. You cannot get through life with your head down, focused on the past or what you went through. You have to hold your head up and be ready to see a different view. Because see, there's not shit on the ground except for the last step you took. Okay. So in order to see the destination of where you're going, your feet are showing you where I'm walking past. Your feet are showing you what you're walking, what you've already walked past, okay? Step by step. But looking up is showing you where are you going. So how are you supposed to go right or left if you're looking down? You don't know which way you're supposed to go. So you got to look in life. You got to look forward. This is why people always get on me. They say, oh, you think about the future too much. You don't. How can you not think about your future? How can you not plan for 10 years down the road? I don't want to be 10 years down the road and be homeless. I don't want to be 10 years, but I'll be talking about, oh, I used to have a house when I was married to my ex-husband. I don't have that shit anymore. So I have to look at where I want to go. I have to set clear, concise goals and directions on where I want to go. And this looks like somebody who's changing their views on setting goals in their life on where they want to go, because they're realizing, I may not get where the fuck I want to go if I don't change my views, because the sidewalk has changed. It's no longer the same. It's not the same anymore. It's like you're so busy walking through life with your head down that you finally look up and go, oh my God, they built a whole city. Where did the city come from? Where did all these damn buildings come from? Oh my God, my niece is 10 years old. What the hell? Okay. You got to lift your head up and see what's going on in your life and see where you're going. And you got to make you got to make goals. You got to set out goals and set out routes on how you're going to get to where you want to go. Okay. So in the future, it looks like with the Three of Earth, somebody's going to be learning how to work with others. I feel like this right here is somebody who was maybe more following along the guidelines of what everybody else thought. And now they're waking up and getting their own views. And now with the Three of Earth, they're like, look, you can get on board with my views and we can compromise and work this shit out, or I can go on this on my own. It doesn't matter to me because I can find other people that think like me to move forward. Okay. Now I'm going to clarify this Unity card. All right. So the overall energy of the reading is the Knight of Water, which is the Knight of Cups. Okay. This is falling in love, wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions. Okay. All right. So clarifying the Unity card, right? Which is traditional viewpoints, right? We have the Three of Air, okay, which is the Three of Swords. All right. The three, it says great sadness, time to heal, need to forgive yourself and others. All right. The Two of Air, damn, the Two of Swords. This is nothing but air signs and air sign energy. I have a lot of air sign and water, air and water in here. Okay. So Two of Swords, being able or unwilling to make a decision or a stalemate, pretending there's no problem. Okay. All right. And then the Ace of Air, which is the Ace of Swords, which is brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation. So what we have here is the Three of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Okay. So someone had their head down, trying to follow tradition, trying to do what tradition says. Okay. Tradition says that it should look like this. So someone decided to put their head down and act like, okay, I don't see anything else. I'm going to do tradition. But the only problem with that is with the Three of Swords, it wasn't, they ended up getting heartbroken. Okay. The Three of Swords usually has to do with someone breaking your heart. All right. As a result of you trying to follow societal norms. So when do we have situations like this that occur? Let's take, for example, people who stay together for kids or get married for kids, and then they find out later the other spouse is cheating. But then they find out the spouse was cheating before they got married because they never wanted to get married. But they never said anything because they wanted to please their parents and they wanted to do certain things. So it's like that person realizes, damn, I put my head down and did what everybody else told me to do, only to end up getting hurt. Like I did what society told me to do. Another scenario recently, I had a client, about 2-3 months ago. His girlfriend, it was his girlfriend. Yeah, it was his girlfriend. He was dating this girl. She came to him. She told him that she was pregnant. He was like, okay. So he did what society told him to do. He moved in with her. He took care of the child. He named the child, like he put his name in the birth certificate, only to find out 3 years later that the child is not his. Okay. But he did what society told him to do. He didn't get a paternity test because society said, well, she said she's pregnant. Why would she lie about that? Why would she say I'm the dad? Well, the truth of the matter is she didn't know which one was the dad. She knew there was 2 different guys, but she figured she was going to play Russian roulette, and she chose the one that had the better financial opportunity for her and didn't go with the one that was a shit ass. And so he ended up finding out later on that, because I put my head down and I follow societal norms, this kid isn't mine. And that hurt him. Now, is he still father to the child? He still is. Yes, he is. He still continues to be father to the child. He does not deal with the woman. He cannot deal with the mom. He hates the mother with a passion, but he did not take that on the child. So when I counsel him, I think that that's amazing, because I think it takes a hell of a man to stand up and continue to parent a child that's not theirs. Okay. So this right here tells me that somebody tried to follow societal norms and ended up with a third party situation. They tried to act like they honestly ended up with a third party situation because they couldn't choose between 2 people. All right. So because they couldn't choose between 2 people, they didn't make any decision. But it looks like sometimes when you don't make a decision, the universe will make a decision for you. And that can suck sometimes. Okay. So with the number 12 card, all right, which is the Hangman, this is the taking the time out to see things from a different perspective. Now, yeah, somebody got hurt because they couldn't make a decision, wouldn't make a decision. And then finally, they saw the truth about a situation. They saw that there was a third party situation here after trying to follow through what they believed they were doing the right thing. And I feel like when they woke up and realized what they were seeing was going on around them, I feel like they may have left a situation, or they started to leave a situation mentally and emotionally. But they kept looking back. Could I have done something differently? Could I have seen something differently? Now, like I said, with the Awakening card, which is the Hangman, that's taking a time out to rest, look at things from a different perspective, see if you can get a different view on things. But we have we have 15, which is Ego, Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So now that somebody has left this, has put themselves in the Hangman mode, they're realizing that maybe my ego played a part as to why I ended up getting hurt, as to why somebody lied to me, or why I got caught in this situation. It was my ego. Now, a lot of people, if you ask them, they'll go, oh, I don't have an ego. Get the fuck out of here. All of us have an ego, okay? I have an ego. You have an ego. He has an ego. We have an ego. Oh, we all have egos. We all have egos. It is what it is, okay? People that try to say, I don't have an ego, get the fuck out of here. You do, okay? It's part of human nature. Even if you don't recognize it, you have it, okay? Now, we have the 9 of water, all right? This is the 9 of cups. Your wishes come true, concerns fade away, a love life. And then we have the Moon card. This is important insight, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. So what I'm seeing here is that this person took a time out after they got hurt in this situation, this third party situation. because they kept their head down and they act like they didn't want to see it. They probably saw red flags that there was something wrong with this union and this situation, but they didn't want to acknowledge it. So they put their head down and they ended up getting hurt because obviously the truth came out. The truth always comes out. There's no use in lying. There's no use in lying because it always comes out. Okay, no matter what you do. So then we have their ego. They took an assessment and they realized, damn, my ego is the reason why I went through this situation. Because it's so funny. I had one man that told me before that I asked him, well, do you think this woman would cheat on you? And he was like, nah, she worships the ground I walk on. She thinks I'm a god. I was like, wow, okay, wow. Now, here goes the thing. She may have played that with him. She may have played that with him and made him feel that way, but she was cheating. she was cheating, okay? And I was just like, wow, damn, but really, dude? Like she worshiped. You really think that any human being is slave to another human being? That's very, very rare. And usually that's like in abusive situations. And usually even then, the person who's being abused eventually breaks out and cheats on the abuser. You know, they get tired of getting hit and they go start cheating and doing other things if they cannot get caught, you know? So right here, this looks like something that is revealed, okay? Now, I feel like there's going to be some things that are going to be coming out. More things are going to be coming out in reference to this third party situation. So this person is going to, they're going to find out more back information about how this third party shit went down and how it was somewhat hidden from them. Okay. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think that a lot of the stuff that's going to be coming out is actually going to play in their favor with the 9 of Cups. So I feel like if, whatever concerns this person may have about oh, awesome, I got the email. Any concerns this person may have had about the third party situation, all the facts are going to be coming out on the table. This shit, I just heard that it's going to be thrown up. Okay, spit it out. It's going to all fall out. Okay, because now the truth is out. Now the truth is out with the Ace of Air. Okay, and it's like, you can't lie to me and tell me that you didn't cheat on me. You can't lie to me and tell me that there's not a third party in this shit. You can't. Okay, everything is out on the table now. Now with the 3 of Earth, you still have to deal with this person. You might have kids with this person. Okay. We have the 5 of air, which is the 5 of Swords. It's an unwise choice. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everybody's motives. So in the future, some of you guys might be trying to work with this person. You might be like, okay, let's co-parent. Let's team up. Let's do this. Let's still continue to work together or do certain things after this person has stabbed you in the back. And I'm gonna tell you, with the 5 of air, they're telling you you're a fucking fool. You're pushing it, dude. You're pushing it. Because if someone stabbed you in the back, how long are you going to wait for them to do it again? Now, hopefully your guard is up. Okay. The next card we have is the Wheel. This tells me the Wheel and Justice. This is karmic. So I'm going to tell you right now, this is a karmic situation. This is a karmic situation between 2 karmic soulmates. All right. This situation was brought into play for somebody's ego to get into check. Somebody thought their shit didn't stink and they found out that another person fucked them over and that their shit does stink. Okay. It sucks. But unfortunately, sometimes these are how we have to learn the lessons. I've been there before. Trust me. I've been there. Even when I was married, I went through it. Okay. There was a time I was like, I would never do that. You know, I have this, I have that. This person loves me. My husband loves me. I messed up one time and my husband sent me divorce papers. I was like, well, damn, you can't make mistakes. Like, I'm like, hey, you know, but it is what it is. That I had to learn that lesson that, bitch, your shit doesn't stink. I mean, your shit does stink. Okay, you're not perfect. Yes, you're nice and yes, you're beautiful. You take care of the kids, you take care of home, but you're not perfect. And that's important to know sometimes. Okay. So right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. It looks like somebody is trying to I feel like with this Wheel of Fortune and the Justice card here, it says fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. So somebody is going to be walking away from a situation and somebody else is going to feel like it's not fair and it's not just. But I feel like one person wants to work together with the other person. Hold on. And I almost feel like they're saying, no, don't do it. With this 5 of air, with the saying an unwise choice, don't do it. Because this is the karmic connection. And the Wheel of Fortune speaks of a time for positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. So everything that comes out in this situation is going to come out in your favor to help you move ahead. okay? It's going to hurt like fucking hell. But your lesson in this is that you need to check your ego and stop thinking that nobody will do certain things. You know, one of the things about my ex-husband is I still don't talk to him. And well, if we do, it's very tumultuous. And the reason is because he put me on this pedestal and he's just like, oh, she would never do that. She would never do that. Well, bitch, I did it. Okay. Because I'm not perfect. Don't put me on a pedestal. Don't say that I would never do something. Don't do that, because people are human. And as long as we're human beings, we're going to do things, that we're going to make mistakes, and we're going to do things. And the most important thing is acknowledging, I got the kettle on, acknowledging that these things, that we do make mistakes, humans do make mistakes. But if you put a person on a pedestal and then they fuck up and then you get hurt behind it, whose fault is that? The person on the pedestal or the person who put them there? Something to think about. Nobody is perfect, all right? But the level of lies or deceit can determine whether or not you should give a person another chance. And this card is clearly saying, be careful. If you have to co-parent with this person, if you have to still work in this office with this person after they stabbed you in your back, please be careful. Because this is telling me right now that this person is not letting this shit go down like that. They're not letting it go as easy as you think, okay? So clarifying this, we have the Knight of Water, we have the Knight of Air. All right. So this looks like somebody may have had an engagement or a wedding proposal. And it says with the Knight of Air, it looks like somebody may be taking time to carefully think about this shit. Do I really want to go through with this? Okay. And I think after they thought about it with the Six of Cups, they decided, nah, I don't want this anymore. They don't want this. The Lover's card is indicative of intimate relationships. And with the Six of Cups, they walked away from a relationship that they may have been dedicated to, like a husband or a wife, or a parent of a child, or a live-in situation where you guys were living together. Somebody walked away because they just felt like, is this what I really want? And I feel like with this, the Six of Water and the Lover's card, I don't feel like it was what they wanted. It wasn't. And they recognized that after they took the time to assess, okay? So with the Page of Earth, this could be a message coming in reference to money, which allowed this person to be able to take advantage of a new opportunity with the Ace of Fire, okay? So this could be, maybe you didn't have the money to move out the apartment. Maybe you didn't have money to divorce your husband or to move into your own place. Came through. The money came through for you to be able to move into your own place, or to cut some shit off that after you assessed, you felt like it wasn't honest. It was not for me. This person played too many games with me with their fucking ego, and I'm out of here. I don't have time for this shit. Okay. So the money came through. You were able to take an opportunity to leap in a new direction and start up something that you're very passionate about. Okay. It could have been a raise from work, but whatever it is, it's a change in your life now because you took it, you decided to leave something that you did not feel was honest, and you did not feel that it was serving you. All right. With the Four of Earth and the Queen of Air, which is the Queen of Wands, I'm going to start saying the Queen of Swords or whatever. Okay. So we have the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Now, this person really wanted, this is somebody that you may have thought that you were going to be a long-term relationship or a long-term dealing with. This may have been the person that you applied the traditional view set to, okay, with the Unity card. And this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. So you're like, okay, I'm going to be with this person. I'm going to, like, there's a long-term level commitment here. Okay. I'm going to hold on to this person and this situation because, well, this is the good thing to do. It's the best thing to do. Right. But it looks like with the Page of Air and the Nine of Earth, which is the Nine of Pentacles, somebody handed over some really challenging information, truth that was delivered without tact. So this could have been an argument where you have an argument and somebody blurts out some shit and the shit hurt. And you're like, whoa, did they just say that? Wait, did you just say that? Repeat what you just said? And you're like, oh my God. You know, it could be something like, I cheated on you. And you're like, you did what? And you're shocked, okay? Or the kid's not yours. And you're like, my kid's not mine? Frick you mean? And you know, sometimes people will be like, I didn't say that. And you're like, no. I heard that shit. I heard that shit. You said that. And if you said it, you meant it. You know, it's so funny because I always say my friend's dad taught me, a drunk man speaks a sober man's mind. Whatever a sober man wants to say, a drunk man will say without filter. Okay. So he used to always say, my Aunt Sarah, she used to drink. Okay. So she would always come to like family gatherings and people would hate it because she would always come straight out her mouth and be like, you need to lose weight. Your breasts need a reduction. Your husband was sleeping with the bitch down the street. You really don't need to be talking to her about her husband. Like people hated it. But she was honest and she told people about themselves and people didn't like it. And she would blurt it out and people would be like, so this is a situation where it looks like somebody came out and just kind of told you like some kind of sudden truth. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it looks like as a result, somebody ended up spending time alone, whether it was this Queen of Swords or the other person that she blurted this truth out to. Somebody took a time out because they're just like, yo, what you just said, like, whoa. Okay, it really like changed their whole perspective. Now, this may have been whatever they said to them may have been what took them out of that mindset of traditional mindset to hold on. I have to change my views now because I can't be loyal to you. Because if you chose, okay, it's like saying, okay, my daddy taught me to be loyal to my wife. Okay, cool. But then you find out that your wife cheated on you and one of your kids aren't yours. How the hell do you still keep that guideline that your parents gave you if this person did this shit to you? You really can't because you're like, it doesn't apply anymore. But my parents didn't give me a guideline for that. So now I'm like, I got to take a time out because I don't know how to move forward with it. I don't know quite how to deal with this shit. Okay. And that's what I'm feeling. Like somebody said some shit and somebody was like, whoa, I got to hold on for a second. Let me figure out how to move forward because I thought I was going to be with you. I thought I was going to be married to you or working with you forever. And now you don't put this shit out here. I can't do that. Not like this. So now I got to take some time out and go look at things differently because, whoa, like what the hell? Okay. So with the 7 of Fire, which is the 7 of Wands, and the King of Fire, you may have been dealing with a fire sign. This may be you. This person is now standing their ground on their belief. They're like, hold on for a second. I took the time out to assess things, look at things from a different angle. And now I've come up with my own belief and I'm gonna have to stand on that shit because I tried standing on the belief system that I thought worked. And look what the hell you did to me based on that belief system. Well, here goes the thing. Back in the 1900s, we didn't have that many people lying about paternity or lying about jobs and cutthroating people back and forth. It's gotten worse as people's intellect has improved. People's intellect improved, the deceptions improved. Okay, so people now are doing more things at a higher level of deception. The deception, why do you think they have to keep on changing the software for bankware for security? Because hackers keep on learning how to do it better. So if you have bitches, pardon my mouth, people might get offended, but if you have bitches and assholes that are lying to you, you think that they're not evolving on the level of deceit that they're doing. They can't run the same game that they ran in 1970 and 1980. They had to evolve that shit for 1990, and now we're in the 2000. So the game that worked in 1990 is not the same game that people are running in 2000. Okay, so you have to stay up on game. If you don't stay up on game, you can't get mad if somebody plays you. It is what it is. But this is what happened. Somebody didn't stay up on game. They didn't stay up on the shit that's going on. If they took the time to see what was going around them, they probably would have caught this shit. But their ego was like, nah, I'm the shit. Okay? Women love me. Women love me. Men love me. Men love me. Okay, they do. But do you understand that the level of cheating has changed since 1960, 70, 80, and 90? So things have changed. Mindsets change. Okay? So if you're out here dating, and it's funny because I said I was going to write a new manual for dating because the game has changed. And I'm going to tell you the level of game that I've seen since I started dating. Oh my God. But let me tell you the funniest thing about it though, right? The funny thing is when you run into a person who's still running old game and you're on 2000 game and you're looking at them like, you still running that old game? That shit is old. That's 1994. I graduated high school with that game. Like, where you been at? Okay. For example, people who like to cause arguments. Okay. So if you might have a guy or a girl who's dealing with a third party, and what they'll do is when they want to go see that third party, or they want to, they'll do one or two things. They'll start an argument with you so they have a reason to storm out the house and go see the other person. Okay. So this is where you have to learn to be calm and be like, okay, baby, so don't get mad. Because they can't get you mad. They don't have an excuse to leave the house. Okay. So this is, trust me, I've seen this game. I'm telling you, I've had somebody trying to run this game. And I was like, I know they're not trying to run that 1999 shit on me. Okay, get me mad so you can run out and go see the other chick. Come on now. Come on now. All right. So everything I was like, okay, baby. Okay, baby. Yep. All right. You're right, sweetie. You are absolutely right. I'm wrong. Then they said, don't patronize me. I'm not. You're right. I'm wrong. And I was just like, and did they end up leaving? No, they did not end up leaving. Because I was like, I'm not playing. I'm not. Look, I see your game. Another game people do is they will argue, 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 and to the point that you're just like, you know what? I break up. I'm done with this shit. Knowing damn well that they're gonna be back in about 2 weeks, right? They're just gonna go live with another bitch for about 2 weeks and go screw that person. And then they're gonna come back and try and make up with you. But they don't want to be held accountable for what they do during the 2 weeks that they're gone. So they argue with you to push you to the point of breaking up with them so that they can say, well, we did that when we were in a breakup. No, that's high school shit. Okay, that's high school shit. Trust me. I recognize game. Okay, please stop. People are out here playing shoots and ladders, and other people are already on chess. Bitch, if you're still playing shoots and ladders, you need to come up to now and start playing chess. Okay, because grown-ups play chess. All right, and when you know what, and when you get past chess, you go to mahjong. You better look it up. All right, when you get past chess, you go to mahjong. All right, trust me, there's harder games out here. All right, some of y'all are playing chess, and others of us are playing mahjong. All right, but you don't even know how to spell that now, do you? But you call yourself a player. All right, so right here, it looks like that there's going to be some changes that are going to be taking place with this. Okay, there's going to be some truth coming out. I feel like the King of Fire is going to be standing his ground, possibly with the Queen of Water, Queen of Cups. This is a person that a relationship developed, that somebody that they have a relationship with. This could have been the third party, okay? So we could have had a man or a woman that was incapable of choosing between new love, old love, and now that they're finding out that the old love, the one they were trying to stay loyal, that they were being loyal to, was disloyal to them. So now they're like, okay, I'm going to, this is like communicating with the other person, letting them know, you know what? I made a decision. I got up off my ass. I made a decision. I chose you. Now, here goes the thing. People are not always going to tell you why they chose you. They're not always going to come back and say, oh, well, I chose you because this happened to me. People don't share when they're betrayed. They don't like to do that. Okay. I mean, shit, I wrote a book about my affair and everything and published it. My family, why you had to put your business out there? Fuck you. Don't read it. Don't buy it. I don't give two shits. That's my life. Okay. But there's so many people out here that are so secretive about being hurt. But the truth of the matter is, you think you're the only one. You're not. Okay. People are getting hurt all the time. Maybe if you took the time to talk to other people about the hurt you went through, you would have avoided it because you would have heard their story and you didn't know the red flags to watch out for. But that's okay, because that's what self-help books are for. Okay. So welcome to that world. All right. So 5 of Fire, which is the 5 of Wands, and the 7 of Air. All right. This is fighting to change a plan. Somebody is changing their plans now because their views have changed. Okay. Your views have changed. Your plan must now change. All right. So now we have the Tower coming in. Life experience. All right. And this is the King of Cups that's bringing the Tower in. And he's like, nah, nope, nope. This shit does not work for me. I am making some significant life changes. Okay. I've realized some stuff. I've seen some shit. And with the turn of Earth, I want a stable family environment. I want something that I can trust, someone I can be loyal to that's going to be loyal to me. So with the 7 of Earth, it looks like they planted seeds with the 10 of Air in the wrong place. They planted the seeds in their time in the wrong place. But with the 4 of Fire and the Emperor card, they're taking back their power. And it looks like they're planting their energy into themselves now. This is why I tell you, stop pouring energy into other people and pour it into yourself. Okay? Because you will never disappoint yourself. If you pour energy into yourself and build yourself up, then you can go be with somebody who has taken the time to build themselves up. But if you choose to pour your energy instead of building yourself into building another person, then you're going to end up fucked up, because that person may not value what you're investing in them. And so that's why I say invest in yourself. That way, when you go out into the world and you're meeting other people, you will meet people that invest in themselves as well. I meet people who I meet men who invest in themselves. I invest in me, they invest in themselves. We come together, we know how to swap energies because we both value each other. I can value that. Take, for example, people go to restaurants, right? If I take myself out to a restaurant and I spend $50 on going to Fogo de Chao for myself for dinner, right? Then I know if I meet another guy in there eating alone, I know that he values the same type of restaurants that I value. So we might be able to swing on the same wavelength. That might actually be a good meet if I meet him at the happy hour at the Fogo de Chao. But if I go to Applebee's and there's somebody in there spending $20 on a plate, then there's another person in there spending $20 on a plate. Those two people will work together. They might work because they're on the same level of appreciation. But me, being the person who likes Fogo, I might go to Applebee's and be like, I don't like the food here. It just doesn't taste the same. But if I decide to date somebody that I meet at Applebee's, I can't get mad if for Christmas I buy him a $100 watch, but he buys me a $20 bracelet. I chose somebody that wasn't on the same wavelength as me. Okay? So I hate to say this, but this is true. I'm using money as an equation, but it's about morals and values. You have to choose someone who's on the same wavelength. A person cannot love you if they do not love themselves. You don't know how to treat me if you don't know if you don't see what I do for myself. Okay. There's nobody, if a woman or a man sees you not treating yourself good, then they're going to treat you the way they see you treat yourself. I had a guy that I dated once, and there was a girl that he dated. There was another girl that he was dating at the same time. And she later reached out to me and she was just like, well, did he take you out on dates? And I said, yeah, he did. And she started crying. And I said, what? She said, well, he never took me anywhere except to the park. I said, well, I made it a requirement. You didn't make it a requirement that you go out certain places at certain levels? And she said, well, no. I said, well, then that's your fault. Because I make it requirements of where the hell I want to go and what I want. If you don't make a requirement on what level relationship you want or what level love you're willing to accept or what situations you're willing to deal with, you cannot get mad if somebody just throws you shit and you take it because you figure, oh, well, I'll just hold my tongue and hopefully one day I'll get it better. Maybe the shit won't be so bad. Maybe next time what they show up that they throw at me will be a leftover dirty diaper. I mean, a little leftover food and not actual shit. You can't do that. You have to open up the door with, this is what I'm worth. Not because I want you to buy me the world, but because I would buy me the world if I could. Okay? It don't have shit to do with you. This is my worth. If you can't afford my worth, which means treating me a certain way, valuing me a certain way, then maybe I'm not the person for you. You need to take your ass down to the Applebee's and find the bitch at the Applebee's. Okay? Because that's where you need to be at. But I like Fogo and I work my ass off for Fogo. I'm not saying I like Fogo because I want somebody to pay for it for me. I'm saying I like Fogo because I work my ass off to be able to eat at Fogo de Chao and enjoy nice shit. So if I work my ass off for nice shit, then I want to be with somebody who can appreciate that I work my ass off because they're willing to do the same damn thing. Then we can come to the table and we can both build together. But if you have one person who's lazy and one person that isn't, it's just not going to work. You are not entitled to shit. Even when I was married, I brought the same, he brought the heat, I brought the heat. Okay? But if one of us didn't bring the heat, it wasn't going to work. Okay? So, that's what I have for you guys today. I have to get ready to get my ass out of here. Let me pull a rebel. I'm going to pull a love connection card for you. And I'm going to pull a rebel deck card for you. Okay. What this comes down to today is I feel like this is about values. Okay. Somebody tried to, this is like the energy of somebody tried to turn a hoe into a housewife or a player into a husband. And if they're not that, you can't do it. I don't give a damn what you do. If a person is not of a certain level and of a certain caliber or on a certain path, there's nothing you're going to do to make them into that. You can talk them up all you want. You can treat them like the Queen of Sheba. But if they have deceitful ways, they're going to be fucking deceitful. If they have underhanded ways, they're going to be underhanded. And if they're liars, they're going to lie. There's nothing that's going to change that, no matter how well you treat them. The only person who can change that is them. So stop giving husband status to men that are not your husband and don't want to be your husband, and stop giving wife status to women who don't act like wives. And if you don't know what a wife acts like, well, then maybe you need to go talk to one. Okay. Because I can tell you right now, one of the things that has kept me from going out here and being promiscuous and running all over the place and chasing after certain shit and learning how to love myself was the fact that I was a wife. So I can't be somebody's side chick. I was married. He married me. He wifed me. He put his damn name on me. I would be an insult to him, to my children, and to everybody else in my life if I became somebody's side chick after being somebody's fucking wife. So no. You have to have love for yourself. And if the person can't recognize and love you back for how you love yourself, or even for how you love them, then you got to let them go. Because I've given unconditional love to people and they didn't appreciate it not one fucking bit. They threw that shit back in my face when they walked out the door. And I loved them in spite of all their downfalls, all their demons, because I figured if I showed them love, they would start loving themselves the way that I showed them love. Didn't happen. They spit that shit back in my face and was like, fuck you, bitch. And I was like, wow, I never thought that I would love somebody and they would like, wow. Okay. So now I realize if somebody doesn't love you or they don't value themselves, then how can they value you? Okay. So with the Rebel deck, we have stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. For some of you guys, you're chasing behind somebody who doesn't want you or doesn't value you and doesn't give two shits. Okay. And they're saying, stop doing that shit. Okay. If they don't see your value now, then fuck it. It's their loss. Okay. Then we have be fucking grateful. Shit could have been much worse. All right. You could have ended up in a much worse situation than the one you just got out of with this person. Be thankful that it was just this and it wasn't HIV or AIDS or drugs addiction or some shit like that. Okay. And then you need a good fucking cry. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. And I will tell you, I have done the ugly cry so many times before and I enjoy that shit and I have fun with that shit afterwards. And I wipe my tears and then I go on with my day. So get the ugly cry on if that's what you need to do. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to take the card from the bottom just in case. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. Get it done. Okay. So for some of you guys, you're in that hangman state of assessing some shit and you haven't decided which way you're going to go. Well, come on. You know which way you're going to go. Get that shit done. All right. Now I'm going to give you one card from the notes from the Universe Love Connection. And then I'm going to get out of here because I'm going to take my dad to Reiki, which I'm very excited about. And I can't wait for him to have his first experience. LaShawn Love is Reiki with Love. She's here in Atlanta, Georgia. She does distance Reiki as well as doing local Reiki. Okay. So she can do it over the phone. She's absolutely amazing. Her first session, please let her know that Sapphire sent you, because if you tell her Sapphire sent you, your first session will be $85. Okay. And then from there, you know, you can pick up whatever she does. But $85 will be the special. And the first session can be an hour and a half to 2 hours because she goes in deep on your energy, man. I'm not joking. Okay. She looks at all your chakras and everything. And you may not realize how bad they're blocked until you get the work done and your life starts moving. You're like, oh my God. But I'm going to tell you what started making me value myself and recognize if other people didn't value me was my root chakra. When she unlocked that shit, my eyes opened up and I was like, wow, I see my worth, but my life does not reflect my worth. So I need to do work on that shit. Okay. All right. Everyone is doing their best. There are really only two types of people, those you now love and those you will love, until there's only one type of person. And then we'll probably hit replay, the game of life, the universe. Okay. There are really only two types of people, those you now love and those you will love. Okay. Until there's only one type of person, and then we'll probably hit replay. You know what this is saying? You need to let go of people that you don't love. Okay. If you don't love them anymore, then why are they still on your list? That's a problem. I'm hearing that's a problem because they're saying there's only two types of people, the people you love now and the people you're going to love. The people that you don't love anymore should really not play a factor anymore. They shouldn't be mentioned. So why are some of us still holding on to people that we don't love anymore? Stop bringing them up. Let that shit go. Move on. It's actually kind of just like putting on your dirty underwear, constantly bringing up your ex, you know? Well, we used to. Yeah, but you don't. Remember I said evolve. Okay, let some shit go. All right. So I love you guys. I can get my dad to Reiki because LaShawn's going to kill me. All right. I'm going to go back and read your comments. Make sure you get your New York tickets. You can pay later, but please reserve your tickets on the site because I need to know that people are coming. Because like I said, if I don't have enough tickets reserved on the site for the pay later or the pay on the site, it doesn't matter which one you do, I am going to cancel. All right. If you are interested in a reading, go to the site SapphireDragonfly.us, and extended readings will be picking back up now the event is over, and I am feeling so much better today. My energy is on glow. My fleek is on. So I will be back, and we're going to do the extended readings for the rest of the month, okay? So the full readings for the rest of the month and then extended will be on the site, okay? But I am going to be putting on the site. What did I say I was going to be putting on the site this morning? I can't remember, but it will be on the site. I have to go back and watch the video. I got to work on my memory. It's a real bad problem recently. So I'm going to get started on that. All right. So I love you guys. Have a great day. Cheers.